Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 20 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, I showed you how to create the sheets. Now we're ready to send it to Twinmotion. So before we do anything else, you want to make sure that you're in 3D view. You want to make sure you're in fine. And then in terms of your graphic display option, you could just put it in the realistic or anything right here. So now what we can do is to go to your DataSmith plugin and then export it to DataSmith. So once you do, go to your Revit. You can name this one to whatever you want, but I'm just gonna name it like this one, and then click Save. And then open your Twinmotion. So for me, I already have it open. So I'm just going to select this, and then I have this one open right here. And then afterwards, I'm going to select this one right here and delete it because we don't need this starting views right here. And then we only need the ground, and then we're good with this. So now go to your import and click here, and then click open and go to the location where you save your DataSmith. And then for me, I have it right here. And then click import. Let's wait for it to be imported. And then here we could close this off afterwards. So I'm gonna close this off, hide navigation panel. And then as you can see, we have our modeled already placed right here. And then after that, let's go to file, and then you want to make sure you're signed in and then save your project. So I'm going to save it to the Twinmotion file, and then I'm going to name it as house, and then click save. And then after we save this, we can start changing the materials, and then this one as well. So the camera, we need to go to the detailed, and then we need to check parallelism. So this is very important. And then in the environment, we need to use HDRI, and then we're going to set up the backdrop. So let's wait for this first, and then we're gonna use backdrop, and then we're gonna use one of this HDR environment right here that we already have before, but because it's the new Twinmotion 2025 version, we're probably going to download it again. But as you can see, it's just loading a little bit. So here we have the default approaching storm. What we can do as well is to go to HDRI and then outdoor, and we have this DGAR 10 here. Approaching sun is the one that we have as a default, and then we have different kinds as well. So I'm just gonna use this for now, and then here we can change the orientation, and then we could change the all of this, the intensity, and then the size we can change, and then the height offset. Important to change the height offset right here. And then we need to look for something dark. Maybe this sunset fairway is a perfect one. I believe I used it before and it looks really nice, but we just need to download it for now and wait for it so that we could load it up here. I believe this one is good as well. And then anything that is dark, so that once we light up all of this, it will really reflect what we have. So might as well load or download stuff that we have, so that we could check which one is the right fit for our model. And then let's wait for this to finish, and then we're gonna go back later on, and then we're gonna check each and every one. So it's done loading. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag it, and then I'm gonna place it right here. And then let's see how this one looks. And this one looks good, so I'm going to rotate it a bit, and maybe I'm just gonna choose this one, this background right here. It looks good right there. I'm going to height offset this one, and then the size. So that's looking good right there. So now I'm ready to go and change the materials right here by starting with the grass. I'm going to use this clear glass right here, and then I'm gonna increase the intensity and then the opacity, and then I'm going to color it something dark. And then here, if we go here, render, you want to make sure that lumen is checked, and then once we choose path tracer, we need to set this one up with the lowest form first. So now here, let's change this one to low first, so that it renders fast, and then we can see what it looks first. And then now we need to look where that where this one is, and I want all of this specialty equipment bulb or the light form to have a temperature like this. And then in terms of intensity, we're gonna lower it a bit, so around 2200, and then intensity to lower down. We don't need it to be too much, and we want it to have this one right here as well. So all of this light fixtures right here, the same one, I want it to have a warmer temperature. Something like that with a color. And then we're gonna see how this one affect the transparency of this one for the window. And then let's see this one. I think that's good for now. we can maneuver that later on. And then what we could do is we could set up the material. So for this one, I want stone right here, and then this one should be something like that. Scale it a little bit more so that the texture shows. And then for this one, the wood material that I want, we can choose this one right here and then scale it a bit again. And then we can change now the wall covering. So here I want it to be matte paint, and then change the color to something gray. So I'm gonna change it to dark gray like that. So that looks good right there. And then for this one, I want the satin paint white, and then I'm just gonna leave it like that. White paint right there. That's good. And then go to stone, and I want this one to have this one right here. So scale it a bit again. And then if we check mega scan surfaces, we can check more of a stone or a brick that we could change. This one right here, we could put concrete, so we could go right here, concrete, and then we can have this one if you want, and then scale it a bit. Or we could have this one instead. I like that finish right there. And here we're going to add some light as well, so that it illuminates the area right there. And then I'm going to scale this one a little bit more. So environment, size, want to make it a little bit bigger so that we could have a nicer background. And then here for the grass, I want it to be greener. So ground, nature, and then grass. Let's put this one right here. And then for the man-made, I want this one right there. Side road for this one, scale it a bit. And then I want cobblestone for this one, scale a bit. And then here this one, the asphalt right here. And then for the ground here, let's see here in the concrete side. I'm gonna use this soft concrete right here. And do this one as well. This one actually doesn't look nice enough, so I'm just going to use this asphalt right there, and then here, and then scale it a bit. I think that's good enough there. I want this one to be black. So this brush aluminum right there, and then the collar to be black. And then that's the same one that we're gonna use for the mullions, and then for this one as well. And then after that, let's add in some neon, and we're going to use this one to lit up this part right here. There we go. So now that this is lit, as you can see, it looks much better. And then of course we're going to add more there later on. Let's go back and let's do some populate. I want to place, and then I want to scatter. Go to vegetation, and then we could add in some grass. I'm going to put in lawn, put it multiple times so that it becomes bulky there and it looks nicer for the green. There we go. So select all of them, and then after you select, click multiple times, and then here, as you can see, it is instantly populating the area right there. And then because everything is connecting, it's connected right here as well. So you have that perfect bush of trees right there, or sorry, grass, and that looks really nice. And then after that, there we go. Different layers. You can do multiple of that. And then here, once you select, you can check this one right here. You can make it dry, so to make it look nicer and realistic. So now if we see this, that is looking good right there, we're gonna add some trees, and then we're also going to add some materials right here, like vehicles. We can add the vehicle right now and then the trees later on. Okay. And then there you go. And then in terms of this one, I'm going to set the same brush aluminum material over right here, so it becomes consistent right there. And then there you have it. We're going to add 3 slides on the next video and some backgrounds as well. So thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.